رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي واجعل لي وزيرا من أهلي. Before I give you this very short example, let me remind you why I'm making these videos. So these videos are there to prove by checking each and every word of the Quran as much as is possible. We are testing it whether it is the word of God or not. Down to this level of precision, we are going to test the Quran. This is what this series is about. And to check out the rest of the reasons why I'm actually making this series, you can check video number 100. There I have in detail explained why I'm making all this series and what's the point of what makes these miraculous. So while testing down to the level of words and checking their order and checking everything, whether they fit in the context or not, this is a very, very short yet very precise example from the Quran. So if you see, this is chapter number 10, Surah Yunus 76, the story when Moses went to the pharaohs. They replied, in response, what did the pharaohs say? They said, Inna hadha la sihrun mubin. Inna means no doubt, indeed. Indeed, this is obvious magic, right? This was their response when Prophet Moses came to them. Indeed, this word indeed is very important here. This is the difference I'm going to show you. Indeed, this is obvious magic. This is chapter number 10. Way ahead in the Quran, chapter number 27, verse number 13. Again, there is the story of Moses and the people of the Pharaoh. This time they say, this is obvious magic. Over here, they said, indeed, this is obvious magic. In Surah Number, there is no stress. There is no inna. Without the stress, they say, this is obvious magic. Why this little stress? Even this has wisdom behind it. When Allah stresses, indeed, this is obvious magic, the entire context has magic in it. This verse starts off, indeed, this is obvious magic. The next verse says, Moses said, you say about the truth when it has come to you, is this magic? But magicians will not succeed. And then Pharaoh said, bring to me every learned magician. And when they came to them, so when the magicians came to Moses, they said to them, throw whatever you will throw. When they throw, Moses said, what you have brought is only magic. So magic, 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 magic. In the entire context, it's magic. So it was more appropriate to say, indeed, this is obvious magic. Because there was stress on magic. In Surah Namal, the very next verse is the end of the story. They rejected them while their inner selves were convinced thereof out of injustice and haughtiness. So see how was the end of the corruptors and the end of the story. Then starts the story of David and Solomon. That's it. No mention. This is not even the story isn't even in detail. That's it. There was no need to put that stress. But over here there was a need to. So you look at the beauty of the Quran, even down to this level. I will not say accuracy, because both sentences are accurate. If you use indeed, if you don't use indeed, grammatically they're accurate. But the beauty of selecting where to put more stress, where not to put more stress, that's what makes the Quran's language eloquent, so beautiful. So may God give us complete conviction in the Quran, that we come out of that inherited faith just because our parents were Muslims, and rather we see the evidence with our eyes and believe it, and therefore pave the way for the caliphate to return. May God give us complete conviction in the Quran as the word of God. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.